Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today on this beautiful day to witness the union of Lauren Beck and David Payne in holy matrimony. This is a great day of celebration and reverence on which we come together before God to recognize and commemorate the sacred love and dedication shared between these two people. It's wonderful to have friends and family here with us today, and the bride and groom would like to thank you, your guests, for being here. And would like you to know that each of you were invited here on this day because you've played an integral part in the intertwining of their lives. In the time that David and Lauren have spent together, they've built a sturdy foundation for a lifelong relationship. And after a great deal of thoughtful consideration, they've decided to bind themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. Now I must ask, who presents this woman to be married to this man? David, would you step forward and take your bride? Face me. Oh, there you go. Grab hands. There you go. Like we practice, remember? Now, marriage is a sacred ceremony, and today we observe the union of these two people with respect that this occasion warrants. What we honor with reverence, however, we also celebrate with great joy. Don't worry about that noise. For married life, a shared life is a tremendous blessing. Now, as David and Lauren embark on this journey together, they'll be able to nurture a love that makes each of them better versions of themselves. Marriage is indeed the perfect garden from which to sow and harvest personal growth. Now, David and Lauren, if you learn to work together, to laugh together, to love together, don't get caught up in worldly things that will draw you apart. Instead, focus on your inward shared devotion, and as your relationship strengthens, you will find that you come to share a remarkable love. A love that is both abundantly given as well as freely accepted. The joy you'll find as you pursue your shared lives will fuel you to face head-on the challenges that you're going to encounter in this world. On your journeys together, keep your spouse in the space of highest priority in your heart. The love that you share today must be guarded and cherished because it is your most valuable asset. Now, under the eyes of God, I solemnly consecrate this matrimonial proceedings and the sacred covenant that you both shall enter into today. Marriage is an ancient rite, and as you enter into this union, you are choosing to take part in a historical human establishment and are pledging your commitment before these witnesses here today to enter into that tradition with honor. Now, if you would pass your bouquet and then turn and face one another. Now, the vows that you make with one another the vows that you make to one another today present you with the opportunity to express your love in your own words. So, David is going to begin. I'm going to, if you would, look at your bride and repeat after me. Say, I, David, take you, Lauren, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life until death do us part. This is my solemn vow to you. Now, Lauren, as you look at David, if you would repeat after me. I, Lauren, take you, David, to be my lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health. I will love you with I will love you and honor you all the days of my life until death do us part. This is my solemn vow to you. Now, David, let's start with you. Lauren, under the eyes of God, you take David to be your lawfully wedded husband. By making this commitment, you're joining in the sacred covenant of marriage. You promise to honor him, to be sensitive to his needs, to comfort him in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in him as long as you both shall live. Now, David, under the eyes of God, you take Lauren to be your lawfully wedded wife. By making this commitment, you're joining in the covenant of marriage. You promise to honor her in love, to be sensitive to her needs, to comfort her in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in her so long as you both shall live. You have the ring, sir. Now, to commemorate this union, you're going to exchange rings. And the circle formed by each ring symbolizes your eternal love for one another and your commitment to one another. So let these rings, as you see them every day, let them always remind you of the promises that you're making here today. So, will you take this ring, place it upon her left hand, and as you look at her, if you repeat after me again, Lauren, I choose you to be my wife, knowing in my heart that you'll be my constant friend, my faithful partner, and my only love. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you and cry with you. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, and through the difficult and the easy. I will love you with all of my heart today, tomorrow, and forever. And so wear this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment to you. Now, Lauren, take this much larger ring. And as you look at him, you would repeat after me, David, I choose you to be my husband. Knowing in my heart, you'll be my constant friend, my faithful partner, my only love. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you and cry with you. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, the difficult and easy. I love you with all of my heart, today, tomorrow, and forever. Wear this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment to you. So with these vows ever present in your minds, you're embarking on the greatest journey of your life. And I'm sure that the well-wishers of an Irish blessing will resonate deeply with your family and friends who surround you today for this momentous occasion. I don't know how well I'll do with my Irish accent. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. May the light of friendship guide your paths together. May the laughter of children grace the halls of your home. May the joy of living for each other trip a smile from your lips and a twinkle from your eye. And when eternity beckons at the end of your life, heaped high with love, may the good Lord embrace you with the arms that have nurtured you the whole length of your joy-filled days. May the gracious God hold both you in the palm of his hands, and today may the spirit of love find a dwelling place in your hearts. One more thing we have to do to symbolize your relationship. If you would step over here, please. On this day that you've pledged your love and your commitment to one another, before this day you were on separate journeys going in separate directions, and then one day you met, and now your lives will be ever entwined together and never to be separated. Just like this sandwich represents your life. Once you pour it in this jar, will never be able to be separated. So too shall your lives be after this moment. So I'm going to step away from the table, and you guys can pour this in there. From this day forward, David and Lauren will join their lives together, not only as husband and wife, but as friends, partners, best friends, confidant, and the one person on whom they can always rely. Today, they have consented together by exchanging vows and exchanging rings that represented those vows in front of you as witnesses, family and friends, and under God Almighty himself, by the authority invested in me under the laws of the state of Florida. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. If you would pass your bouquet. If you would turn and face your family and friends, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to introduce for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. David Payne. gentlemen, on behalf of the bride and groom, I'd like to thank you for being